round 1. Did a very good job, very consistent job for his team. He did go 1 for 1 in his ZVZs, and he also did win his week 1 game. So, both players quite evenly matched here, at least statistically. Obviously, Richley you would say, has the edge. He's a semi-pro. Well, he's an amateur in Korea. He's under the level of Scan and Shiny, but still a very good Zerg player. And Whistler, a very good foreign Zerg player as well. And they are going to be playing on Flight-Dreamliner. Now, Flight-Dreamliner, to those who are not initiated in the map, was built for the Korean Air OSL 2010 Season 2. And that was the only time it was actually used until the Clash for Char and until now, because it's in the STPL. It's one of my favourite 1v1 maps to play on. Close by air mains, very similar to Python. And sort of a long rush distance. Well, there's kind of like a long and short rush distance. The high ground doesn't really help too much in CVZ. But of course, a very good map for early links and an incredible map for muteless play. It's probably going to come down to who has the better muteless micro, I would say. But let's move on to the game and find out. That's the best way to see how this is going to go as we move into our 4th and possibly final game of Week 3, Round 2, Day 2, SouL versus iRk. It's Richley versus Whistler on Flight-Dreamliner. And spawning at the 3 o'clock position of our 2-player map, just to the right of the right-hand side wing. It's going to be fighting for SouL. At match point at the moment, it's going to be the Blue Zerg, Richley. And his opponent spawning here in the 6 o'clock position is a Teal Zerg needing to win this game to pull iRk to the ace match. Is he able to do it? Fighting for iRk, it's Whistler. Now you can see by just how quickly the Overlords have met each other. They're going to kiss. There is the Overlord kiss, ladies and gentlemen. That's how close the maps are, or the bases are by air. If I zoom fully out, you can actually see both mains on the same screen, which is kind of insane. This is a very, very small map in terms of rush distance by air. And you can... Okay, as much as I don't like to admit it, you can see why this map wasn't used too much. It was incredibly Zerg favoured. Apart from in TVC, I believe. No, in TVC I'm fairly certain it was still Zerg favoured. I actually want to check this. Obviously it's a ZVZ, so it doesn't matter too much. But very important to get my statistics right if I want to sound smart. One thing that I know that people have always said is don't do maths on stream. So, TBZ back in the day on this map, 4 for 10, 28% win rate for Terran, a 55% win rate for Zerg on this map, and PBT was dead even. But because it was only used in one OSL, there was actually no mirrors on this map, which is kind of crazy. So, kind of insane. Very rare that you see that, but it's going to be 12 hatch against 9 pool. Wait, was that 12 pool? Or was that a 9 pool? I think that was a 9 pool. Into gas as well. So this is going to come down a lot to control. We could have a very quick game once again. I'm really not too sure how this is going to go, but 12 hatch against 12 or 9 pool is not a position you really want to be in. You can pull back from it, but it's very, very hard to hold on. But Richley isn't going to go all in with this either. He's also going for his own hatchery. He just decided to get his gas and pool a little bit earlier than his opponent. Now, just while there's a little bit of a lull, if you do want to support the STPL, there is a Maturino code that just got spammed in the chat by Nightbot. Basically, if you put that code in on the Maturino page, which is STPL2, you can donate $1 completely free of charge to the STPL prize pool, and at the end of the tournament, after the grand finals at the end of the year, that prize pool will be distributed among every single team in the tournament that is still in at the end. So if a team joined for round 1 and had to drop out, unfortunately, they will not be counted towards the overall final rankings and will not receive anything. But the only teams that actually dropped out were, well, I am signed up to play, but here we go. We've got a little bit of Zergling micro action going down on the drones, and getting a drone, a huge move at this point in the game. But Richley doing a great job with his Lings right now, just getting a perfect scout off as well, getting that drone, and it looks like we're going to have Whistler trying to pull his own drone kill here as well, and he could do it. There's actually not any Zerglings back here to defend. These two Lings could do a lot of damage, but interestingly, going for the drone in the main. Is he going to get it? Yes, he does. He's going for the drone in the natural as well. That's 2 for 1 at the moment. And we see the Spire coming in, the Zerglings at the back. This one actually has 2 kills now, and he could get another drone. This is a big deal, but nice snipe by the drones. As he builds more and more Lings, it looks like we're going to have yet another Ling versus Ling all in here, although the Spires are on the way. Whistler has seen something that makes him think he can break in. He's up 6 supply, and we could be heading towards the ace match here, ladies and gentlemen. Can Richley hold on? He is at the Ling disadvantage. He's at the drone advantage, though. So if he holds on to this, Whistler is going to be in a lot of trouble. But this is so many Lings from Whistler. Is Whistler going to break through? Is he going to make it? No, he's not. That's a great hold by Richley, saved by the Sunken Colony, by the wall of Lings, and Whistler is in a pretty bad position right now. He's lost a few too many drones. He's not mining it as natural whatsoever. Richley, of course, only mining with 3 drones, but that's still a huge amount in ZVZ. ZVZ very low economy, and Whistler's still unsure what to do. He's trying to push in. He's building more and more Lings, but he's on borrowed time. Every second he does not kill his opponent, the more and more units, more and more defense comes out by Richley, and Richley with the perfect Ling position, going to do the best to hold on, getting an amazing defense. Once again, the Sunken going down at the very last second, but he trades a Sunken and less Lings for more Lings, and so somehow, with that perfect defense, Whistler has gone from having the supply advantage to being at a disadvantage, and a big one at that. And how is he going to be able to hold on? How is he going to be able to deal with this airplane coming up from Richley now? He's got some Scourge, but Richley's Muteless Micro very strong, and he is not going to lose a Muta here. Yes, he is. What a mistake. An amazing bit of miss micro there by Richley. Could have given Whistler a chance to come back in this. Another Scourge does not connect. Richley with the proper micro now, taking down those Scourge, sniping them off. And the trouble is, this is a do or die move by Whistler. He needs to use his Scourge to delay the Muteless for as long as possible to try and kill them, but he just can't connect. Look at the great Muteless micro here by Richley, as these Scourge do absolutely nothing. And what's back here to defend? He has his own Spire. He's got 1 Muteless against, I believe, 6 or 7. It's 8 Muteless now against 1. He's mining his gas at his natural, but he barely has anything. There's no spores. And I believe this is going to be it. This is just so many units here for Richley. It's 5 versus 8. That's not going to be enough with the Scourge coming in as well. All of the Muteless go down for Whistler. And GG! Richley takes SouL up to a 3-1 victory over his opponent there on Flight-Dreamliner. Wow, I said that could be a very quick game, and it certainly was. But that was a pretty impressive game as well. Richley with the perfect defense twice, and then manages to get the win in the air and just takes it home from there. What a great game by him. But what a great game by Whistler as well. Both teams played incredibly well, but unfortunately it just worked out a little bit better for SouL at the end of the day. Now I'm just very quickly going to report the win for SouL so I don't forget, and so I can bring up the results screen. So let's move on over to that, and let's have a look at the final results of the series. Okay, so as you can see, we have Noob took a win over DeWalt in a very tense, very close PvP. Dandy loses to Cubic on New Aztec in a very, very cool TVP. Carriers won the day there. Spire took down Jerry in a very quick, very clinical ZVZ on Return of the King. And finally, with a perfect defense, the unbreakable Zerg richly holds once again in the ZVZ to get that win on Flight-Dreamliner, not only for himself, but for his team as well. And that was a great, great job by him. Now, just before we end the stream, there's one more thing I want to show. Let's have a look at our upcoming matches and the date they're going to be played on. Now, there is one more game from Week 3 due to the dropout of IM at the very last minute. We actually... Wow, the Team 9 logo is the wrong size. That's the first time I've noticed that. But, yeah, we're going to have Red versus DM. That's going to be on Sunday. The time is to be confirmed. I'm not sure whether to do that during the day or during the evening. It's likely going to be in the evening, same time, but I'll put the thread up on TL and update the date or the time as soon as I possibly can. And then we're going to move on to Week 4. Now, I'm not sure what order these are going to be casted in yet. So 4 of the games we're going to be seeing there, just as you can see on the screen, is going to be Media versus DM, Team 9 versus Net Wars, White Clan versus Red, and iRk versus Ash. Now, let's actually quickly have a look at how that affects the table, I believe. No, actually, that's not going to work. I still need to fix that code. But you know what? It's been a fun day of STPL again, so thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully to all the people that tuned in to watch, you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed casting it for you. There is still a lot more STPL to come, guys. This was only Week 3 of Week 7 of Round 2. There is 2 more rounds and 3 more sets of playoffs. And then the grand final playoffs at the end of the year, possibly even the beginning of next year. We're on the 18 to 19 season. There's a reason why Rapid calls this the biggest team league outside of Korea. It goes on for ages. And you know what? I'm happy it does. We're seeing storylines develop. We're seeing players come up, do better and better week in, week out, I guess I'd say, and teams really pulling off some upsets as well. So with the end of that, I am going to pull out the end of the stream for today. Thank you everyone who tuned in. Thank you to all the donators, of course, who have made the prize pool up to $1,110, I believe, the last time I checked it. That's an incredible, incredible prize pool for a Brood War tournament, so a huge, huge thank you to everyone who's donated. Huge thank you to everyone who followed the tournament. If you do want to continue to support the STPL, please do tune in again. Do choose to watch me. If you want to hit that follow button, feel free. And do feel free, if you so are inclined, to subscribe to the channel as well. The STPL still has a lot of content coming, and I look forward to bringing it directly to you. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a good evening, morning, night, and of course, afternoon, and very good weekend. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Ciao.